Alright, hello and welcome to the first episode of Loss Review, where we take a recorded loss, either mine or somebody else's that's been submitted to me, and we're going to go over it turn by turn and just see where things went wrong. This is a process that I've used my whole life for everything I've ever done for the most part, from martial arts to beating a Pokemon to beating a Magic the Gathering, do match review. You know, you don't always have the ability to record your matches, I understand that. But what you can do is when you're playing in ranked matches, is you can keep a notepad with you. And then you can take notes on the things that matter or what happens in the battle, so that you can try to remind yourself of how failures happen, so that you can try to be more consistent and not have those failures in the future. That's what we all want to do, is right? You get a little better. So, one of the ways you can do that is by watching losses. So, without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So, this is working right. Cool trainer card. Appreciate the martial arts there, Jamie. I'll have to do a team lead one as well sometime. Just the voice making there. But I wanted to focus on the battle for the most part here. So he leads with Dragapult and Togekiss. I think he'll probably go for like a follow me to protect Dragapult or something. That's what I would think. I'm trying to remember exactly what I went through here, but I just went for a Trick Room because his team seemed pretty fast, so I can just set it up and then use. I was gonna do a Fake Out on the Togekiss just to get the Fake Out for free, but I went with the Iron Head because sometimes my Berserker can one-hit Dragapult with Iron Head, so that's why I did it. It didn't happen. Also, as you can see, I got flamethrowered out right there, which I did not expect to happen. Maybe I should have. I thought he would do a follow me and go off and try to kill me. I don't know what I expected. But we lost Berserker on turn 1, which hurts. But we get our Trick Room up so we can start going to town. Lots of mistakes get made here. Play Rough or Shadow Claw is fine on Dragapult, or for the most part. Thunder on Togekiss, I'm just trying to fight. Although burning Dragapult wouldn't have been a bad move necessarily. I think splitting my attacks here might be okay. In a way, it kind of helps me play around to follow me. If he follows me, one of the attacks is going there, and then they get redirected. If they don't follow me, then I get to do this. Fun fact, while his Togekiss has Follow Me, it also has a Choice Specs on right now, so it can't do anything but Flamethrower. I have no idea. Reflect. I went for the Shadow Claw there because the critical chance would have ignored Reflect, maybe given me a one-hit knockout. So far, the battle's not going too bad despite losing our first Pokemon, though. We do get to ride Trick Room and gain some advantage there. Burn gets nullified by Lumberry, which is nice. Let's see. We'll start. There's going to be some questionable decisions for sure. There's a couple that I just think. Care about that getting hit right there. Max Fan. This definitely one hits Dragapult. And then I use Ally Switch here. I don't remember exactly why I did it. I think I wanted to eat the Togekiss's Flamethrower. Yeah, that's what it was. I wanted him to Flamethrower again. I wanted it to hit Rotom. So if a burn did occur, it wouldn't get double burned. Because we did get out of the first burn, but we can't get out of another one. Attacking might have been fine there, but I think the Ally Switch is pretty safe given the Pokemon fighting. And then he keeps Flamethrowering. I actually never figured out that he had a choice item on until after the battle when I looked at when I looked at the team. So because Shadow Claw was enough to heal half his HP on the first hit, I figured that Max Phantasm would kill him. That's the logic there. Good, that's nice. At this point, I'm still not wise to the Flamethrower choice item. Still didn't figure it out. And there's the burn, but it's nice because we ally switched and we got to eat the super effective attack, or not super effective, but we got to eat it. We resist it, so we got to nullify the damage. We got to use ally switch as a sweet protect in a way. Although, thundering and outright just killing the Togekiss probably was a better move. Okay, this is where things start to get really, really silly. Let's see what decisions I make, but I know that there's something coming up where I'm like, ugh, you really should have just done this the opposite way. Okay, so this Max Starfall is actually terrible. We should have did Max Phantasm here. Max Starfall isn't stopping anything. I would like stop status and dragon attacks. None of that is happening right now. And so I should have just Max Phantasmed, and the reason is the defense drops are relevant for killing Gastrodon. I could Max Phantasm the Togekiss and get the defense drop on Gastrodon, and then I can Max Phantasm again next turn and get another defense drop on him, and then he's not so threatening. But I didn't do that. Used Max Starfall, and this is the beginning of the end. He thought I was going to Ally Switch, so Ally Switch gave us an extra Protect here, which is very cool. Earth Power hitting Rotom, obviously. He thought that if I Ally Switched, gotta aim it the other way, but it actually didn't, so we gained some... Ally Switch did 2 Protects for the price of 1, is what I'll say, and that's why I love that move. That should have been Max Phantasm. It was terrible that I didn't do it, and it's gonna get even worse, watch. He still hasn't used Dynamax yet. That's also scary, and that's part of the reason I die, I think, too. But I could have played a lot better, and I don't think I would have lost. We wait. Take 500 years to send out Appleton so you can get the timeouts. I respect. I know you only have 1 Pokemon in the back. No, maybe I'm lying. Maybe there's more. Yeah. I'm just having fun. Pretty sure it's the last 2, though. Couldn't have been that much. Yeah. Regardless. I go for a Will-O-Wisp here. It can't go off because of the frickin' terrain. Dope. It is another reason I shouldn't have Max Starfold right there, because if I did want a Will-O-Wisp later for some reason, it shuts it off. I was not scared of any of their statuses. So that Max Starfall was very bad. Very bad. Rotom pulling his weight. He can't take another hit after that, but we don't care. He either kills you or acts as a shield for the one who can. That's how we try to use it. See, there goes the Will-O-Wisp. Oh my god, why did I do that? I know that when you do that, it's how it feels. You're just like, but it's okay. You just gotta training the next time. I do have a problem differentiating Misty terrain and Psychic terrain sometimes, though. I know there's a little mist there, but Psychic terrain sometimes tricks. Leftovers allows Rotom to survive the burn, and we lose Trick Room this turn. But we do have Ally Switch with Rotom, which is what we're going to do this turn, because Rotom doesn't attack either of these Pokemon well at all, and he can't use Will-O-Wisp because of what I did earlier. So the only real option is Ally Switch, which my opponent should probably read, but I don't think they do. And this basically allows him to shield, in a way, create a follow-me style situation, shielding Mimikyu from taking another hit, then Mimikyu can get its damage in. A lack of focus here at the end is really very close. Very close. He went for the Scald to try to get the burn on Mimikyu to shut it down. Ally Switch eats the Scald and prevents the burn chance. Another Protect. But we used 2 Protects, we got 3 with Ally Switch. I'll take that. Unfortunately, we're facing these walls, and it's going to be really hard to punch through them, and I don't do a good job of doing it. We've already gotten rid of D-Max. We got 0 defense drops out of it. That was bad news. It would be really helpful to have those defense drops for Mimikyu's damage. Drag is special here. I go for Play Rough, and this is the big mistake. I believe I split my attacks here when I should just focus down one of them. One of them dies, and we have 2 guys left. I think we could pull it out, especially with Protect on one of them. But I'd make a defensive play. This is very bad. This is something I've been doing a lot. I keep predicting them. Like, either they're going to protect with... Like, I thought they would protect with Appleton, maybe. And then if I aim both attacks, Gastrodon gets a free turn. I don't like that. So I'm like, I'll just split my attacks up. Or I'll protect and then attack. And then if they attack, I block their attack, and then I get an attack in, and it's like a fair exchange, but I get ahead on damage a little bit, is what I was thinking. But that Protect was very bad. I should have just went all out on Appleton. He probably doesn't have Protect. In fact, I think I saw the team after the battle. He was not running Protect. He just has Recover and some other stuff. So I really should have focused down the Appleton, made sure that it died, and then it's just 2v1 versus Gastro. And while he does have Dynamax left, I do think Mimikyu and Dragapult together could have probably taken him out. Communicate. Communicate. We are communicating. 3 minutes later. The whole match time. This is taking a long time for us to die, though, which is kind of annoying. So I'm guessing that they're trying to stall with these two Pokemon. And I didn't realize that that's exactly what they're trying to do. I taunt this guy to try to keep him off of Recover, but he's on the offense now, it seems like. So it's really not good for me. And that kill right there really finishes me off. So at this point, the game is essentially over. Dragapult at full health is a big threat, but he has D-Max on Gastrodon and an Appleton to back him up with Grass and, I believe, a Dragon Attack as well. It's pretty much GG. The big mistake, if you could look at any of them, was the Max Starfall on that turn earlier. So if we had gone Max Phantasm, got defense drops on Gastrodon, and then later, instead of protecting with Dragapult as he came out, just went full aggro, we would be in a much better position. Also, if we would have Fake Outed on turn 1 instead of using Iron Head, we would have been able to stop Togekiss from Flamethrowing Berserker on turn 1, we would have resolved Trick Room, and then we could have gotten to start our turn with a threatening Togekiss with a Steel type that's faster than it due to Trick Room, and then we would also have Mimikyu to threaten the Dragon. It would have been much better to use Fake Out. So the first mistake that we can already see that we did is turn 1, not using Fake Out. That was bad. We had a good reason to try it out, though, because we weren't expecting to get Flamethrowered out immediately. I had some logic there. It wasn't the worst play in the universe. I have one hit with Iron Head on Dragapult before with Berserker, so I had some data that I was testing out. Unfortunately, it really didn't go our way, and even though Dragapult's pretty strong, he's not going to be able to pull this out, as you can see. My poor boy. My poor boy! What have you done to my boy? And his boys. Regardless, good games, Jamie. This was a fantastic match, and there was a lot to be derived from it, even though it was very small. Oh, and that's replay right there. Alright, everybody. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Jamie, for the game and for being my opponent. And I hope you learned something about reviewing your own matches, or even from my mistakes. If you learned something like, oh, I gotta watch out for this, that would be awesome. I really hope that that is the case. I'm more focused on the process more than the plays, which is an interesting way to look at things sometimes, but I figure if you iron out your way of doing things, well, better than anything else, then you can take in data and apply it faster. That's the idea. So, my playstyle is a little bit more intuitive. I like to do experiments in the middle of fights. It often costs me fights, but that's how it goes. Alright. Well, we saw the loss. This is all I've got for you today. Maybe we'll do more than one game in the future. If you have any feedback for me, please leave it in the comments. I would really appreciate it. You can also find us, we have a community. It's on Discord. We'll have it linked in the description. Also, twitchtv.com//oldchateau. We basically play non-stop videos on demand of competitive Pokemon matches. If you have matches that you want to send me, you can always email them. Alright. I think that's all the things I had to say about that. Alright, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next time on Lost Review.